Hey, before we get into this episode, man, from the Unfiltered Brothers to you, we just want to say we appreciate y'all for still rocking with us. If you're new to the podcast or just haven't already for whatever reason because you're lazy, go ahead, hit the subscribe button down at the bottom. Like the video while you at it as well. You can see I got on one of our shirts, so check out our online store. Link is in the corner of this video, in the video description as well. But once again, like the video, comment on the video, and share with your family and friends, man. Hope you enjoy this episode of Unfiltered Brothers.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'm 95% sure. So,
okay.
Yeah.
And welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Brothers.
Oh yeah, I forgot we were recording that. Are we gonna keep this?
George, me. Oh no, we may not keep it, you know. But here you have your boy Derek. There you have your boy Ford. Boy, what you looking at?
My headphones disconnected. I'm trying to reconnect them.
There you have your boy Rand.
Ford turned
Hey,
70
what's
years
going on,
old.
everybody?
And you have your boy
70
Joe.
years old. So look at him. Hey, Ford, put your glasses down a little bit and push them back up. You about 70 years old, my boy. Oh, he can't hear because he got a headphones.
He really do look like
he's
elder
looking like
that
the
don't
old
know
folks.
technology.
Yeah. That's what he look like. Look at him.
See, can we crack jokes? Can I crack?
He gonna say, "This is Tunisia."
I was about to say, you look like Ratatouille.
Oh, you gonna roast this man?
I just
You
want.
gonna roast this man?
The way he was in the camera, it looked like he was sniffing. It looked like he was sniffing the screen.
That's fucked up. He can't even hear you right now because he look at him.
I can hear y'all.
Oh. Did you hear Derek call you a rat?
I didn't say a rat. I said Ratatouille.
And what is Ratatouille, my boy? All right then.
A Disney character.
Yeah, a Disney character portraying what, my boy?
Something.
A chef. Look, Ray, in the back of my mind, I said, this nigga say a chef.
I was about to, man. How y'all feeling?
He all right. Nah, man, fuck all this. We'll go ahead and we gonna tell y'all what happened. So we recorded the 30. So because you know what, I'm not gonna sit here and act like
you tired of it.
Yeah. I'm not.
It's the year of truth, huh? It's the year of truth, huh? Shout out to Cat.
I'm gonna say, yeah. What I'm not about to do is act like it didn't happen. So for the past 30 minutes, we've been on this podcast talking and stuff like that, talking to y'all and everything like that. We realized after the first break that we weren't recording. So what I'm not about to do is ask these fools how they're doing, how they're feeling, what's new, because I've heard it all. We've already argued, we've already ended our relationship, and we already said we miss and love each other. But we segue.
It's not for us. It's been a while since we recorded. And I wanted the audience. I wanted
30 minutes ago.
I wanted the audience to know how y'all been doing.
I'm good.
We don't have to go into it. We don't have to go
good.
Can you be?
There it is. Everybody answered. Now segue. Man.
Nah,
leave it to Joe. Leave it to Joe.
Nah, man. I ain't want to not be honest.
I'm sick of it, man. But we don't have to get into it, man.
We'll tell y'all how we doing next time.
Yeah, next time.
When we record for the beginning.
But nah, man, we gotta I believe we have a good conversation for this episode. So I wanted to bring up the topic of perspective and maturity. Pretty much I thought of the topic after I was watching Terry Crews interview on Club Shay Shay. I thought it was a good interview. If y'all watch that type of stuff, those types of podcasts, go check it out if you want to. But he pretty much got into the conversation of when he put out the lawsuit against the Hollywood agent and just pretty much with everything that's going on in the media today. I wanted to ask y'all a question, but before I asked that question, I just needed to know what was y'all initial reaction when you first heard that news about Terry Crews, because it's gonna really shape, the question, how y'all answer this one right here.
Well, since they want to be quiet, what
Well,
I'm
I
saying.
saw you. No, I saw you unmuted, so I didn't want to start talking to you,
Motherfucker, I could have been doing anything with my hands.
but you unmuted, so I was right.
Anyway,
Rand,
you
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 could,
know you
Rand, you can
you,
speak if you want.
you really that's why you really can't judge a book by its cover because just looking at how he carries himself, stuff like that, you wouldn't think that he went through anything like that. So it's kind of like shocking in a sense.
I was shocked, and I think I was shocked more or less because Ted Cruz is such a big dude. And I was like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, I was like, you could probably beat up anybody, blah blah blah. But but that also goes into the conversation, like I'm pretty sure we're not going to have today. But it goes to the conversation of like these things happen to men too, but men don't talk about it. But
Facts.
you know what I'm saying? Like we don't really talk about how young men or men in general are, or they go through these uncomfortable situations or anything like that. And here Terry Crews, like, I mean, I ain't gonna hold y'all, not to change the topic too much, but Nickelodeon's dropping their thing because
Yeah.
now all the NDAs are over there. So like all the
That's
for Jake
crazy.
and
That's crazy to say.
yeah, but that actually that whole sentence was wild. But like your NDAs are
It's
over, so
over.
now we can finally talk about like all the going on as far as that goes. But like all those shows like iCarly, Drake and Josh, all these kids are coming out now. Well, all these adults are coming out and saying that when they were kids, they had like unfair work conditions and all going on. And Drake Bell is like, he was headlining it because he's like, I'll tell his story and everything like that. But it happened like in Hollywood. It happens way more than we thought, and it's actually kind of crazy when you sit there and you think about it. But it blew my mind to hear Terry Crews did it, but
Facts.
I don't know. Like I was like Terry. I was like, man, that's wild, bro. Like, but why though?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
How about you, Ford?
Good job.
But yeah, like I was saying,
I can't stand for.
but yeah,
Mo,
like Durand and Joe said, like Terry, he big, so every time, like I first, known Terry from Friday After Next, so like that big dude Friday After Next, him, like nah, but it
so
can't happen to anybody.
I got a
Shoot.
question because I didn't watch the Terry Crews one yet. So did he explain like the scenario that led up to it, or did he go into details about that, or did he just like say it happened and now this is where it is?
Yeah, they really didn't go into details of it. With the interview, he was going a lot into his careers and how he got pretty much the roles that he got, and just how he was grateful for having those roles because he was in training day and he didn't get paid for that.
Yeah.
He would just he
Wow.
was just there at the scene because somebody was like, hey, they filming down here, so he was just standing on the side and the director was just like,
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, you can get in the film and everything like that. But yeah, he was just telling the story of how he got into get into all the roles, and he was in Expandable, and he was all the way until I think he was in 1 through 3, and I think he wasn't in 4, but pretty much he put out the lawsuit against the executive, well, not the executive, the agent.
Is that the joint? Sorry, is that the joint with like the action joint with Sylvester Stallone and all of them in there?
All them in there.
So it was the dude from that. That's who he's suing.
No, so he was. That's how he got into his lawsuit.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, he was just pretty much saying why he didn't continue in that franchise because he had put out, he had did the lawsuit, and pretty much the director was like, if you don't drop it, like we can't work with you. So it's kind of crazy how they wanted him to drop that case.
Why? What does that got to do with? What does one have to do with the other?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but then he got into
Hollywood's trash, bro.
Hollywood's crazy. Yeah, so he went into that into that topic, but similar to what you laughing at for.
Rand.
Oh yeah.
Haley back
Oh,
there
that be
tagging
no
his tail.
Man, she was pulling the fuck out of my ear, bro.
good father ass nigga.
Oh, good daddy. I want to be like him when I have a child,
Right.
nigga.
I respect it.
She a trip, man.
Nah, similar to y'all, it was like, well, yeah, all of y'all, it was like, you too big. Like, you too big to let that happen to you.
That's wild, Dad.
No, like, that was my, but that's the thing. But no, listen.
Bro.
But that's my thing. That's why I wanted to bring like this topic up. Because that was my initial reaction to this shit. Like, and even though y'all didn't like word it that way, you also thought like, you strong.
You're a
Like,
big dude,
why
bro.
you
You
didn't do
could.
nothing? At least like why you
Right.
didn't retaliate. You know what I'm saying? Like you did nothing to this dude.
Yeah. I
You
would
know
have
what I'm
punched him.
saying? But you know, fast forward now, it's like that's why I wanted to bring up the topic of like just perspective and maturity. Well, first, like, how would y'all define in your own words, like, what do maturity look like for y'all for an individual?
Well, let's see what Webster's dictionary says.
I ain't asked Webster.
I would say,
It means
get out of your childish way. Like
But what's
you are
childish?
Like, what is that exactly? Like, what is some
look at her.
things that we?
Oh God.
That you would consider that?
If you still about 30 acting like you fucking 12, you got some growing up / maturity to do.
But that could be defined as youthful.
No, fuck that. Motherfucker, you immature.
You know what's funny is that
what is an example though? Because when we was younger, we love to go skating. We can't still love to go skating when we get older.
Am I immature because I watch anime or play
No,
video
you just
games?
you just a nerd.
Gang. Check out Handsome and Nerdy.
Check out.
See how I
Promo.
did it? See how I did that? See how I did
Promo.
Yeah.
That's why you the one. That's
I
why we
watched
pay you the most.
I watched the episode. First of all, you don't pay me at all. Second of all, I watched the episode. It was a great episode.
Stop telling our business.
It was a great episode. No, motherfucker won't be truthful, goddamn it. I ain't get no money.
Look, hey, I ain't gonna hit a Rand. Was like, we heard Unfiltered Brothers ain't pay you, Ray. You want to talk about it? He gonna be on. He gonna be
on all the other podcasts talking shit about us.
Man, I was with them from the beginning. It was my idea, and they ain't even gonna pay me for it.
Surviving Unfiltered Brothers.
First of all,
what's wrong with you?
No, I got a percentage. I got the percentage. In this, I'm not gonna talk no shit.
Oh Lord,
that boy
Lord. Don't
says,
blackball. Don't blackball in the podcast.
That boy said surviving Unfiltered Brothers. Oh, they gonna have our logo in the black. Like
God,
it's gonna be in red with a cross in them. Oh, that's gonna be funny. Hey, I might. Hey, Rand, when you go public, hit me up. I'll go out there with you.
I just love our dynamic. How we can just go from a serious topic.
Oh, we ain't mature at all.
Perspective. Perspective.
Thank you.
But I think Rand was you can continue. I don't know if you was finished like
I ain't got nothing else to say right now because he didn't piss me off. All right, go ahead.
For what the maturity look like for you?
I just got a percentage.
Having your priorities in line.
Big facts.
I need that.
Yeah.
I agree. Because I ain't gonna hold you.
Because with the bills I got, like I would have loved to go hit DJ Sir LJ at Press Club night, but I can't do it. I'm broke. I can't afford it.
How much they charge out there at Press?
I don't know. I just don't. I ain't got the gas money to go.
That boy said, I ain't even look at the price.
I
ain't even price.
It doesn't matter because you got to pay to get in. Of course, you want to get some shots or something while you're there. So
exactly.
Man, I ain't gonna hold
and
you.
rum and coke ain't cheap. Ain't cheap no more. Rum and coke ain't cheap.
Lick ain't cheap no more. I know. J. Cole had just dropped his lineup for the Dream Fest. So I was like,
I seen it. I just scrolled past it because I said I can't dwell on this.
See, you better than me
because I can't dwell on this.
this was the moment that I was like, all right, it's a little bit of maturity in me, but it ain't as much because I sat there
Hey,
and I went
Joe,
to it.
Joe, $3. Remember that. Just
Look,
remember
look,
$3.
Rand, look. Oh, that's right. They ain't even look. They don't even know the $3 story because they got cut out.
It could be an insider. They
Hey,
can
that's
ask about
funny.
it. They can ask about
But
it.
man, I sat there. You know how much the tickets was when I looked at it? 300.
I didn't even look at it.
300 a
See,
person.
you putting too much stress on your life right now.
He didn't even
Look, I
justify
said,
I
I
look
said,
at it.
look, I said, what bill?
Unless
Don't
or cause I just got tickets for the jump, the R&B jump.
mm-hmm.
I put that shit on a payment plan, nigga. you gonna stretch this? You gonna stretch this shit out, my nigga?
tickets on the payment plan.
But see,
four payments, nigga.
But see, the problem is I get paid monthly, and then two, the other problem is the joint next month. So there ain't no payment plan. They, that's the thing I hate. They dropped the lineup like 1 month before the event. But I think that's mature. Because I looked, I said, if I tell Derek I won't pay him this month, I could probably afford to go. What would you say if you would have hit me up, bro? I'm Dreamfest. Like I'm out there. You like, yo, why you ain't pay the rent? What would you say?
Listen, man, ain't no talking. Ain't no talking.
The rally only like 3 hours away, 3.5 hours away.
Ain't no talking.
I'm pulling up.
Ain't no talking. It ain't no talking when we get there.
You coming too?
I'm coming to you.
Wait, Ryan, you coming too?
I mean, shit, I might have to. You just not pay rent and go to this damn concert. I'm gonna have to whoop your ass by damn self.
Hey, because and
when you get back, he going to Peach's house.
See, why you gotta tell my mama? That's just too far now. I take the ass whooping, but telling my mama.
There might be another ass whooping coming.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't gonna have nowhere to go for real.
What y'all mean? Y'all ain't going back in the crib?
You ain't pay rent.
Hey, it could be like it would be like them people upstairs.
Oh Lord, you hear me? Hey, we gotta tell y'all. We gotta tell y'all these stories, bro. We'll make we might make it a Patreon episode. We talk about roommate chronicles, boy. Them people upstairs, they different.
We might have to do that. We might have to do
roommate chronicles. Hey, that's
get your ass like good times.
These motherfuckers, man.
Hey, I'm gonna be big on the door. Dang, let me in.
Anyways, back to the topic at hand.
Oh yeah, we immature. We ain't mature.
No, but I think everything that y'all said. I think one thing I would add on to it is probably not overreacting to certain things. I would put that in with the maturity. So
you think so?
Like,
no, I was just saying, like, what do you mean? Go ahead.
Like with not overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a question?
Or give me a scenario. I'm an overreacting ass nigga, so I'm offended.
I mean, I think we in the stage now, or a mindset now, where it's like, if you feel like someone is disrespecting you, you're gonna say something, but you ain't gonna like overdo it to, go to jail or some shit like that. Right or wrong? Yeah, I mean, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
I don't know. I'm an overreacting ass nigga, so my first reaction.
I guess like comparing like us to like the younger generation, like you disrespect them is a whole nother level.
That younger generation different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so like not necessarily reacting that way, but still like getting your point across. And I say that just because I feel like that's what Terry Crews was in that moment. But I was like, I don't think I would have been able to not do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then like when I say like define like maturity is like do that. Like,
do you think it was mature, or do you think he just cared about his career because he knew how it was moving out there?
Nah, I think it's a more mature thing because when you listen to his interview, it's like he was never the one set out. I don't think he ever set out to be like a star. in Hollywood. He was just so grateful that he had constant work,
Okay.
whatever, you know what I'm saying, whatever it was in Hollywood. So I don't I think he, of course, you want to still consider the consequences that come from you doing this thing that can affect your career. It may stop you from working in a certain part of the industry anymore that you really wanted to work in. But I don't think if I was in that situation, it would have been a different, like, I don't think my mindset wouldn't be there as of yet if that happened to me. So do you respect that type of maturity out of an individual?
I don't know, dog. That's a lot. I mean, I
That's
get
not
it though.
yeah.
I get it because it's like it's the same conversation of like at work you can't spaz on a person because they disrespect you or something like that because it's your job. But bro,
That's a
that's a
whole different
lot.
category.
Yeah, I don't even know that's maturity, bro. I might
But
just
you
have
know
to.
something. But you also got to think about it too, though. What kind of trauma did he go through from that? Like
Yeah,
he may have been in that position where he didn't want to talk about it, he didn't want to speak on it. And maybe now he's got to that point where I'm cool with being open with it.
you know, I think another thing is too because he's Terry Crews, the piggyback off Rand, because he's Terry Crews and he's this big dude, and we see him in this masculine light to a certain extent. Because I mean, you got to realize, like, outside of Friday After Next, which was him playing a dude out of jail, everybody hate Chris. He was a dad, and then you have his other show.
He's
He
in
was a
like
cop.
a constant Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something.
Brooke, yeah, that show was hilarious. I've seen clips of it,
I never
but
watched
yeah,
it, so I don't know.
well, I haven't either. I've just seen like clips of it here and there. And I'm like, okay, this is like funny, like dry humor. But once again, he was a manly individual. Like he's always portrayed in this way. So I feel like once you become a part of Hollywood, it's almost like the image that you portray on screen has to go with you to a certain extent. And it probably was almost hard. It was probably hard on him just not only to talk about it, to admit that it happened, to even think about it. And then on top of that, you're a black man. And I always emphasize that point. Like, I feel like sometimes we have to portray ourselves 10 times harder than anybody else because of the fact that we are who we are because of the color of our skin. And I think that, like, man, that's a lot. That's just a
Yeah,
lot.
I wanted to ask you a follow-up question, and anybody can chip in if they want. But you asked me, you was like, is it maturity or is it just him trying to save his career? Why can't both of those be mature things though? Especially if you're in a situation where now you can feed your family and you're stable in life.
Yeah,
So
but then
you don't
also,
want to ruin career and get that taken away and go
all right,
back to
let me ask you
know.
this. I'm gonna ask you this. I'm gonna ask this question to follow up your question. All right, does maturity play a part with me honoring the principles that I keep for myself? Because let's say like part of my principles is that I'm a man and that you will show me respect as a man. I don't gotta get loud with you. I don't gotta argue with you. I ain't gotta fight you, but you're gonna respect me as a man.
Mhm.
What happens when my principle as a man conflicts with my principle of me providing? Because I mean, at that point, we saw like even he was like he couldn't even be a part of a movie because he's going at it with somebody else, and they're like, hey, we can't work with you. That's wild. I can't handle my own business that has nothing to do with you because of what? Now you taking mouth from my family? Like you taking food out of my family's mouth? I don't know. I just don't. It's a tough decision. I don't think it's a right or wrong answer though,
You're
and
right.
I don't
But
think it's the
yeah,
concept of maturity that dictates
but
that.
I think it's too like I don't know. I'm sorry if I cut you off if I do it.
No, you're good. No.
I think it's like two sides too.
Yeah,
Every story?
Cause you like Durand talking.
No, I thought you
Um
said was gonna say two sides to every story.
oh
I was just trying
yeah,
to.
yeah. No, I thought because you was looking the other way. I thought you were talking to Hazley again.
No,
But
no, no, no. She in the room. She in the room.
my fault. Yeah, but you like you don't want it to go against your like your morals and principles and everything like that. But what happened at that point in your life where after you've grown, you don't went to therapy, everything like that. Like when situations like that happen, you you used to react to it violently. but now you don't figure out a different way to
Different way.
still
Yeah.
get your point across without taking that route anymore.
I feel like the part that makes this situation particularly different from that, because all right, let's give it like, let's say me and a dude have a disagreement on the street. That would have ended up in a fight if I was a kid, but now I can just walk away as an adult. That was that's a whole different. I'll say this: violation of words is way different than violation of hands, in my personal opinion. You can say what you want to say to me. I mean, I feel like, and I feel like we all our jobs, we understand. And you can cuss me out, like I don't really care too much. Like you pretty much you can say whatever you want to say to me. In my mind, I'm like, this is a job. I don't really care. It's a whole different thing. You wasn't put your hands on me though. I feel like once you come into my space and physically touch me, I just feel like personally all bets are off. Now you touching me in a very intimate way in which I feel as if you're like this has to be complete consent for you to even do what you're doing. Like and you're completely violating that consent. I just feel like it's different. I feel like it's just completely different. Yeah. Because I mean it's not about like handling the situation. And I'm not saying Terry Crews did anything wrong. I don't think there was a right or wrong way to handle a situation as complex as that. And the only way to handle it is the way that you know how to handle it. I just know if that was me, I probably would have punched somebody. Yeah, we would have been rocking the road. But you know what? Looking back though, I guess he knew he couldn't do that because that was the consequences of him reacting in that way was too much. He was just grateful to be there. Mm-hmm. He was just grateful to have this opportunity. And now he's utilizing this to provide for his family. If he overreacts or treats this sensitive matter in the wrong way, he can lose everything, which is already being shown because like you just said, like I didn't see the interview. I saw clips of it, but I think, once Monique and Kat came out, I feel like they oversaturated Shannon Sharp's podcast. So people stopped posting clips as much. But so I didn't see Terry Crews join as much, but I just feel as if like from the way you're talking about it and from what I'm understanding, he knew the consequences of him overreacting to this was going to be too big and he couldn't put himself in a position like that. I don't think it's a right or wrong answer for how you react to that though. That's just my personal opinion.
I think my point of view was for it was just listening to his story on an interview. I kind of equated maturity to how he reacted to the situation because like what I said earlier is like when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, that like one, I was like, that's fucked up. But then two, I was like that's a big ass nigga. Like why he ain't do nothing about it? And you kind of see like on social media, we ain't really take it. We were kind of making jokes, like not we, but
no, I get it. Yeah.
The people.
It was kind of making jokes about it. You know what I'm saying? But then like now in this master that I am now and listening to him tell that, it's like, nah, we was definitely I felt like I was immature in that moment, but now listening to it, I'm like, I kind of understand. I still don't know if I would be able to do it because one, it hasn't happened to us, but yeah, I don't know.
But you know what this reminds me of? And they just talked about it. Just hilarious. I just saw a clip about her talking about it. Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm. That's why. That's kind of what I thought about too.
When Chadwick made the video of him telling people to stay at home, niggas was like, because niggas ain't take it serious. But at the end of the day, too.
Because I've seen that before.
But you know what? In my mind, personally, I was like, oh, he must be just training for a role. Christian Bale is like, I know he's one of the main, like one of the biggest names to do it, and maybe Leonardo. I don't remember that. But like the bulk up and the size down, like for certain roles, I was like, oh, he must be playing like 50 in his joint. Like how much weight he lost just to play those roles. Like I was like, oh, he must be playing a hell of a role. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he must be playing something. So I was like, man. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, we are like this is a climate of uncertainty. So like there was a part of me that was like, okay, it could be nothing, but there's a part of me that said it might be something. But Jess had talked about how she was doing just with the mess, and she said something about Chadwick, and then like later on he passed away, and it was crazy because it also goes back into, and I heard this outside therapy and in therapy. You can't measure yourself based like your past self based off who you are now, because you and yourself, like now you have the knowledge, more, but back then you was only working with the knowledge that you had then. Like that's why they say hindsight isn't like don't the hindsight's 2020, but don't measure yourself with regards to who you were or who you are now, because niggas didn't know Terry was going through this like that. Like we didn't know the story. Now, does that mean that it was a joke and matter? No, of course not. I don't really think. I think the internet's always gonna have people that's gonna make jokes out of stuff. I don't think us personally. I don't think that we can really hold ourselves accountable, because you hearing about Terry Crews, first thing you think of is, why you didn't punch that dude? You Terry Crews. But then after you hear the story and you hear the reason why, you're like, okay, now I understand. Now I have more information. Now I can move on from this. I just think that it's just that situation of like, we didn't know what was really going on. We was going by what we saw and we just made assumption. I don't really think it's a maturity thing though. I mean, kind of, but
and also kind of when you talk about maturity, just I guess the ability to digest something that just happened to you and think about, actually think and consider what your reaction is going to be. I kind of equate that to maturity as well too.
But some stuff might be that in your face moment though, where you don't have that time to think.
Yeah, and you just
that thinking on the fly stuff
when
is
we heard it. When we heard it, you say y'all was shocked, and maybe if something like that happened to him, maybe his initial reaction was just like, "What the fuck should I do in this moment?"
Yeah. Now I told you I had an incident at work that happened Wednesday or Thursday, and before I had time to move the client into like an interview room, she already started spazzing in the lobby. Thank God was like nobody in the lobby but me, the worker, and like the front desk. But I mean, she's going in. It was like no moment to react or calm down or think or whatever like that. And then I think like we've all been in situations where I tell anybody, once my heart beats louder than anything else in the room around me,
I'm about to
then
say, what you mean? Get the beat, motherfucker? I ain't supposed to be.
once that joint get the beat so
Wake up
loud that I
dead.
can how you wake up dead? Wake up dead because you in the bed. But yeah, like it's hard for me to sit there and like actually process what's going on. But you gotta take a breath. You gotta think about it. So I don't know. Like thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure he was shocked. He's like, I know this ain't happening to me. You know what I'm saying? I know this ain't just happened to me. Or not even on some like condescending, conceited type stuff. It's just like, I know this is not, you in that moment of denial of like, I know this ain't just happened. He probably had to go home and process it himself.
Yeah.
Because like, what?
Yeah,
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about. Any final thoughts on that, fellas?
There's much respect for the man. He all right, man. That motherfucker tired and he's not here. Look at him.
Who, Ford?
Yeah.
Rand, did you got a word? I should have asked you that before we started. Do you got a word?
Do I got a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you have
he ain't got no word.
He ain't got no word. Never mind.
We get to it.
We'll get to it next time. No more.
He ain't got no word.
Don't
check this out.
Don't say it now if you do.
I mean,
if you don't, you can elaborate on it. Go
ahead.
Let me.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: it ain't just one word. I have you to know that I was thinking about something earlier, but I don't have like one said word.
Okay,
I will put it to you like that.
1 to 3.
But you just stay tuned.
Message.
Yeah, it's a message. Just stay tuned.
How about just say it and then we'll elaborate on the actual what the word the next episode. You just say that for that part. For this one.
Huh?
You just say what you got to say for this one, and we'll.
Nah, it's cool.
All right.
I got a word.
No.
Don't say it
Fuck
now.
you
Because I'm
Don't
his,
say it
anyway.
now.
because
Don't
I'm
say it.
because I'm his backup.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
He's
Alright.
funny.
Yeah, but look,
Oh, true.
and the crazy part,
You is the
Yeah,
backup. You is the
he the
I'm
backup.
backup. But it's crazy. It was crazy because I was actually on the way home today. I was thinking, I was like, damn, but I ain't got no word. But I had it's a don't worry about it. It's
We
gonna
good.
touch your spirit.
We good. We good.
All right, okay. Yeah,
All
I
right.
trust
So
you.
we're wrapping up that conversation. But before we close, I do want to give a shout out pretty much to y'all for supporting us these past 4 years. Looking forward to a great season 4. With these conversations, we
Long
want to get
long
more
time. 4 years.
along.
4 years. Lord
Yeah.
mercy.
I do got a word. I got a word for it. Don't
All
worry
right,
about it.
All right, keep save it, Rain.
Damn,
Wait,
I'm
going
glad.
back.
I'm glad the word hit you.
yeah.
It's good to see.
It's burning him, man. It's shut up in
I'm
his
glad
bones
you.
now.
I'm glad you felt it in your soul. But
Yeah.
you're gonna have to
It's
wait till
just
I
like
say it.
fire right now.
Yeah,
Just
shut
like
up.
fire.
You shut up.
You ain't
You
even
shut
say
up.
it
Yeah,
yet.
just like
Come
Come
on,
on,
fire.
feel
come on, talk to us, boy. Talk to us. Go
Just
ahead and
like
give us a
fire.
sermon. Go
Just
ahead
like
and give us a
Jeremiah. Shut up in your bones. Hey, glory, hallelujah.
There it is.
Yeah. Hey, all shabba dabba da.
Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 no. No.
Yo,
But nah,
No.
man.
Do that thing that you know how to do.
Yes.
Right.
do that thing that
Hurry up,
you know
hurry
how to
up,
do.
hurry up, man. Before
Listen.
we get us all sent to hell.
Before we
Come
get out
on,
of
we
here,
over
be
here.
sure to support like our other shows that we got under the Unfiltered Brothers umbrella. So we have a sports show. I'm the host along with Aaron, you regional teaching, and then we have another show hosted by your boy Joe with Aaron and Jeffrey called Handsome and Nerdy. Pretty much anything you may consider that can't fall under that category, they're gonna be talking about.
Nerd culture. You know
Yeah.
me. I
And
sit there and talks about it.
and I'm proud because I ain't got to do nothing.
Hey, it feels good, don't it, my boy?
And I don't got to do nothing.
Hey,
But I did want to give a special shout out before we get out of here to someone that just always show us love on IG. Their username is Mama Life Plus 3, so that's MAMALYFE PLUS 3 on Instagram. Be sure to give her a follow and support her podcast as well. But once again, we appreciate y'all for the support. And with
Somebody
that,
get this food.
before I even close, what's your word, Ryan?
Hey, my word is overcome.
Okay, elaborate.
Overcome.
oh, here you go.
Any any giant obstacle, man, that you want to overcome, you just take a time and open your Bibles and go to the story of David and Goliath and see how
Come on
David
now.
overcame that whole situation. All right.
Talk about it.
Just
Yes.
and if and also if you want to go a little further, check out Daniel and the Lion's Den. See how
Come
he
on now.
overcame that. See how God see you through it and help you overcome
Want to do
everything
it?
that you're going through.
Hey. I felt the shut up in both.
And that's the word for y'all for this week. We appreciate
Why
y'all.
you looking like that, Joe?
Nah,
Getting stirred.
just because your boy, that's your boy.
Y'all stay
Yes,
He was
blessed.
just. I'm gonna tell you one thing
Oh.
that get forward up, boy. It's the Lord, and
It's
I
the
love
Lord.
it. It's the Lord.
Hey, what did
The
he
boy
tell
was
you?
Yeah.
dead.
What
Look, we was
he
talking about
tell you?
real life shit. We was talking about real life shit.
You
We
mad
was
because
like,
he making time for the Lord?
look. We was
Let me
like,
let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something.
yeah.
If
Terry got
everybody
touched.
in
He
this
go
house gonna
forward.
sleep right now, I'll start running right now.
Oh my word, boy! I'm gonna tell you one thing. You are something else.
So when he talk about Daniel, good God Almighty, that's a word right there.
We out of
God
here,
Almighty.
man. Y'all
They'll
stay
preach. They'll
blessed.
preach. They'll
Y'all stay
preach.
safe, and we out here.
All right, peace.